The passing of longtime Congressman John Lewis. He was a pillar of the civil rights movement, and he had been battling pancreatic cancer. We have team coverage right here this morning. We're going to start with ABC's Byron Pitts, Nightline anchor. Byron, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan. With courage and conviction, John Lewis helped change America. He's been described as one of the giants of the civil rights movement, and that's true. But at just 5'6" tall, John Lewis was an acorn who stood up to oak trees.
John Robert Lewis didn't simply witness history, he shaped it, marched for it, bled for it, not once, not twice, but every time he was called upon. As Lewis liked to put it, by just getting in the way.
Keep marching, keep sitting in, keep standing in, keep protesting, until the sagging walls of segregation come tumbling down.
A sharecropper's son born in Troy, Alabama, 1940. Back when segregation was law, Jim Crow the enforcer. The Montgomery bus boycott drew the attention of one teenager, and soon civil rights would become John Lewis's life work, and it nearly killed him. As a student at Fisk University, Lewis graduated from lunch counter sit-ins and bus boycotts to freedom writer, as would become his habit. Where John Lewis put his heart, his head followed. That's him, bruised, bandaged, after he and other writers were beaten, shedding blood and standing up when others could not or would not. That became Lewis's calling card.
We must cry, and we all must cry together, that we want our freedom and we want it now.
By 1963, at the age of 23, alongside Martin Luther King Jr., he was dubbed one of the Big Six leaders of the civil rights movement, who helped plan the historic March on Washington.
My friends, let us not forget that we are involved in a serious social revolution.
And on a high bridge in Selma, one of the low moments of the entire civil rights movement, there out front, John Lewis. 600 peaceful protesters crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge into the harsh heat of history. It would be known as Bloody Sunday. Violence unleashed by Alabama state troopers. Lewis, struck in the head, suffered a fractured skull.
I was the first one to catch the blow.
John Lewis was elected to Congress in November of 1986. He served as U.S. Representative of Georgia's 5th Congressional District, where he continued to get into what he called good trouble.
I got arrested 40 times during the 60s. And since I've been in Congress another 5 times.
In recent years, he was an outspoken critic of President Trump, skipping the president's inauguration and first State of the Union address. He also took part in widespread protests against the president's zero-tolerance immigration policy.
We are getting in good trouble to set people free. I will go to the borders. I get arrested again.
Lewis often reminding people to choose love over hate, courage over fear.
It doesn't matter whether we're black or white, Latino, Asian American, or Native American. It doesn't matter whether we are straight or gay. We are one people. We are one family. We all live in the same house.
John Lewis was 80 years old. He was an American patriot who loved America, even when America didn't always love him. Eva?
Byron, a reminder of love this morning. Thank you so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.